Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Looks like we have not heard the end yet. Coming from IBAS, that's the sole administrator for Rivers State, as more moves have been taking place. Most Riverians are beginning to wonder what's going on. They thought it was just 6 months. Just a few hours ago, he made a very drastic change, and right now, Asari Dokubos and the likes are crying out, calling on all Nigerians, telling Nigerians exactly the behind the scene curtains that are going on that is not being said publicly. But before going to the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel. According to the news, the Amakri Tobo and Amayanabo of the LM Kalabari Kingdom, Asari Dokubo, has made fresh allegations against the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory FCT yesterday, following alleged plans by Rivers State sole administrator IBAS to announce new local government area administrators. Wow. Now, according to the news, IBAS is planning to announce new council administrators despite the clear constitutional provisions and the recent court ruling which upheld the autonomy of local governments. The alleged plan to appoint new administrators has raised serious concerns about the erosion of democratic principles. According to the sources, if implemented, the move would not only defy the Supreme Court's ruling, but would also represent an affront to the democratic rights of Rivers State citizens. The sources disclosed that names of supposed administrators have already been compiled, raising fears of an orchestrated attempt to subvert the will of the people. Such actions could plunge the local government system into further crisis, setting a dangerous precedent for executive overreach. In a viral video, of course, Dokubo alleged that Wike had captured the presidency and prepared a list of his loyalists as appointees for IBAS. He also claimed that Wike has also captured the judiciary and the security agencies, but Ijaw people are restraining themselves from fighting back because of the danger the former governor is inviting. According to Dokubo, if the Ijaw people are allowed, it will embolden the southeast and spiral out of control. What Asari Dokubo literally is saying is that if Ijaw people moves in, southeast that is being contained will begin to get bold enough to also want their Biafra and other issues. It will now become a state of the nation matter. My colleague is in the house. Very quickly. Okay, but before my colleague comes in, just listen to the full details in summary. What he said is really something that is unthinkable. Watch the video.
He wants to appoint wicked men as caretaker committee chairmen and supervisors for local government, even past wicked chairmen, that the wicked had prepared a list for him. One man, one individual had become bigger than everything. We have been saying it, and the country had been handed over to him. He has captured the judiciary. He has captured the presidency. He has captured the security infrastructure of the Nigerian state. He has even captured a chunk of public opinion. If this man, Wike, is allowed, people are restraining themselves because of the danger. The danger that he's inviting. If the South, the Chop people are allowed, it will embolden the Southeast and it will spiral out of control.
Alright, welcome back. You've heard what Asari Dokubo said concerning this whole drama playing out. My colleague is in the house. What's your take?
Now, what Asari Dokubo said, he said it's a rumor he just heard that something like that was going to play out, and being that it's a rumor, it's difficult for one to talk about it, and that's why right now everybody is just watching from afar. But don't forget that the first appointment has been, made, and Nigerians are like, okay, you're going to sit for just 6 months. Media aid would have been okay, because already we are seeing a lot of things. Though Asari Dokubo also, if you check the full video, Asari Dokubo also pointed out that in his vicinity they had been shooting for like 3 good hours. He doesn't even know what is going on, but it's as though the shooting is a way of dragging him out. That's him personally talking here. That is a way of dragging him out and all of that. And some people who are reacting and are like that all of this is just to give that impression across board that there is no peace in Rivers State and all of that. I'm not there, so I cannot fully tell what actually happened. But on the issue that he just brought out, Nigerians are watching. For example, most people are talking about this secretary to the state government that has just been a new SSG. It's from law department, professor of law, and you know what that means already. Let's not just go to that area, but this idea of a list has already been submitted to him, and Wike past and present guys are there, and all of that. If you ask me, do you believe the rumor? I would say that 85% of it, I would say I believe it, because he can run the show all alone. He can run all the show.
Doesn't know anybody.
Exactly. So he will always create a room for suggestions to come in. And the best person that he's going to get suggestions from is not from this suspended governor. It's going to be coming from, other persons who are really stakeholders in this thing in Rivers State. But one thing I would say is that being a sole administrator, the first appointment that they had rolled out, for me, it's, though a lot of people question it, Secretary to the State Government is absolutely wrong, should be a media aid. But I love the fact that this man is non-partisan. I don't know yet, sure, but from what we are seeing, we've never seen him surface in politics anywhere in Nigeria. So I would say he's non-partisan and a professor of law, so he should understand that, he shouldn't be involved in all this diaboha and all of that. So, but if it happens that the rumor that Asari Dokubo had comes to play, the big question is, this is a sole administrator. Why should he be making use of former persons as though there are no administrative head in those local government? If you're going to stay for as little as 6 months, normally your duty should be to restore peace to the area and make sure that what is on ground, ongoing, you supervise it to make sure that it is perfected and all of that. But I don't blame the man, because unfortunately, he's reporting to someone and is meant to take directive from those people. So right now, we are expecting a lot of things to happen, but I don't think that it is ideal for former local government chairmen, those who were loyal to Wike, to go into that place again. Because a lot of permutation and calculation have been put in place, and one of it is that the intention of such happening is so that immediately it is few days, possibly 6 months to these guys quitting to the 6 month ending, there can be a call for local government election to take place. And since they are the ones there, they will make sure that it is persons around them that will get the position. So already, this information is like, people are like wondering, are you sure it's not true? But, everything that is happening, it has to do with interest. Everybody is pursuing their interest. And I'm suspecting that it may play out just like the rumor has said. But then we are sitting back to judge what will happen in the nearest future.
Okay, but honestly speaking, I do not know how this will play out. But in all of this, I would have thought that if Fubara have stood strong and defended his mandate, all of these permutations and reaction and a prophetic declaration and foreseeing the future, becoming a seer and a foreseer and the rest wouldn't have come to play.
Now, on the issue of Fubara, I would say that Fubara did not act wisely. The president does not have the right to suspend any elected officer, no matter what he's preempting. Because if we want to talk about, like, the nano gas have written and some other person have reacted to you, even the AGF, who is under serious tension right now, because demands are that if you say that he was the one teleguiding, Teleguiding, if you ask me the meaning of teleguiding, is what by phone, telephone guiding. You have been in supervising the militants. That's a strong allegation. And if you're acting and saying it boldly on the national news on the basis of hearsay, it is something that I'm shocked that Fubara is just watching, because ordinarily, with the reputation he has built thus far, bros, bring the evidence. That's what Horiwa is saying. If you have the boldness to stay on national television to say this thing, please, can you bring the evidence? We are not trying to fight anybody. Bring evidence, because this is such to substantiate your claim. You need to give us an evidence, because this is short. But Fubara is just watching. I would say that despite the unconstitutional treatment meted out to him, keeping quiet for me is not humility. It's not humility, because whether you like it or not, you are a governor. You were elected by the people. So sitting back and acting as if, let God do his will, let God do his will, let God do his will. What? God cannot come down to do the things that men are supposed to do. That's one law in heaven. It can never happen. And that's why whenever he intervened, they called it miracle. You understand? And he really does that, because there are some things that ordinarily you should stand to defend, like this war. President Bola Metimo, no matter how much he spent time to pray for Nigeria to be protected, it can't be protected, because heaven cannot come down and be protecting. They have given you a position and given you all the required resources to protect the boundaries of Nigeria. It's your responsibility. So the only thing is that, God, give me the health, give me the knowledge to know how to protect it. Not that, oh God in heaven, come down and... So for your constitutional right as an elected governor, you should stand to, because everybody are putting their guess. We're not talking about a common man here. We're talking about a governor. All eyes are on you. Say the president that after, even if at the end of the day he succeeds to do whatever he intends to do, but at the end of it, everybody will look back and say he fought real good.
All right, fast, we're going to wrap it up. We could go on and on. What a take. This is getting interesting.